Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Trina. Today I'm going to be doing a segment on books that every girl should read, or aka girl bossish books. So this was inspired by my reading of Girl Boss by Sophia Maruso. I read that a couple of weeks ago, really enjoyed it. Made me feel empowered, and then I started thinking of different books that I think every girl should read. So basically, these are books that I think will empower women and enlighten them and help them to stay woke, as people like to say lately. So the first book on this list, of course, is Girl Boss by Sophia Amoruso. So basically, this is a nonfiction memoir where she kind of gives a story about how she got to where she is with her company, Nasty Gal. She talks about the different obstacles she had to overcome and what she did to get there, and her advice to other young women and how to reach their dreams. After reading this, I felt very, very empowered, which is one of the reasons I decided to start my YouTube channel, because I had been putting it on the back burner, and finally I was like, you know what? I'm going to give this a shot. This would be inspirational for every person, not just young girls, but women too, like older women. I'm 26 years old, and I felt empowered by this. And so I think that every single female, young woman, girl should have this on their reading list because it is thebomb.com. So the next book on my list is The Awakening by Kate Chopin. So basically, I don't have the hard copy of it, I only have it on my ebook, but this is a novel where it kind of follows this woman's life. This is like way back in time. It's not a modern novel, it's a classic. I mean, she's struggling, she's conflicted because she lives in a society where women are not really valued as more than anything but accessories, but she wants to live a different life. So she kind of starts rebelling against her husband and not doing the things that women should do, and she ends up having an affair. And I mean, I'm not, if you haven't read it, I don't want to ruin the ending for you, so I'm not going to say what happens. But basically, I feel like this kind of just, it's a feminist novel, and it just opens your eyes to how far we have come, and it kind of shows like, look, don't let what society says depress you or force you to be something that you are not. If that's not who you are, then don't do it, just be you. And if he can't accept it, then bye-bye, boo-boo. Okay now? So that's my type of novel. And the next novel on this list is The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. So this kind of follows the same lines of The Awakening that I just got through talking about. Basically, Offred, I mean, I'm not going to ruin it for people who haven't read it. I don't want to ruin the novels, but this novel is just kind of messed up, the way that the society is set up, and it's kind of scary when you're looking at who's in control of our government right now. Like, it really scares me. But it's really messed up, and the world sucks if you're a woman. Okay? And especially if you're a woman who is not a wealthy woman, then the world really, 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 really sucks for you. And I can't tell you why, because that would be a spoiler. But even though the world is really sucky for her, like, she kind of, I mean, she doesn't overcome it, but she fights it in a silent type of way. She kind of lets them know that I don't have to live like you are trying to force me to live. And she does rebel against some of the rules of society. And it was a really enlightening book, and I feel like this should be on every girl's list at some point in their life. It's a really, really good novel, and I think every single girl should read it. Every girl, if they are like 13 or older. Okay, so the next books on my list, I'm going to do these two together. They're both by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. So I have the copy of We Should All Be Feminists, and then there's her other one, which is a feminist manifesto, which is like a letter that she wrote to a friend who asked her how she should raise her daughter as a feminist. Both of these novels are so empowering. Like, out of all of the ones that I read, it's hard to pick out of them. They're all good, but I have to say that this one and the Feminist Manifesto are my favorite out of all of them. They are super, super empowering. I just discovered Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, and I love her writing. Like, I'm currently reading Americana, and that is one of the most amazing books ever. Like, I don't, if you are a young woman, even if you're not a younger woman, if you're older, you're in your 40s or late 30s or 50s, you should read these books. They're empowering for women. And she kind of lets, like, she puts it out there. These are the wrongs in this world of how they treat women. And especially, like, she comes from Nigeria, so that is a patriarchal society where they have it tougher than we do in America. So I do appreciate that we have it a little bit easier in America. But at the same time, there are some things that need to be fixed. And she just kind of enlightens you that in this and the Feminist Manifesto. Like, it's so amazing. And after you read that, like, after I read this book, I was like, I'm Wonder Woman. I'm Superwoman. You know, I felt like good about myself. And it inspired me to read her Feminist Manifesto, which made me even more hype about being a woman. And now I'm reading Americana. And oh my gosh, like, you have to read these freaking novels. They're thebomb.com. The last book on my list is Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur. So this book right here, like, I did not think I was going to like it. I've been hearing about this book for a couple of years now, maybe the past, like, I want to say a year and a half. And, like, I was like, it looked weird, and people were like, oh, did you see some of the drawings in it? And I just thought it was going to be one of those really weird type novels, but it is not. This is one of the best books of poetry that I have read, and I'm going to definitely be doing a review on this soon. Like, I don't even have words to say about it. It was that great. Basically, she takes you through like 4 different phases of her life through sketches and free verse, and it's just really amazing. And I felt moved reading this. So at the beginning, you're feeling frustrated and you're angry, and then you kind of start getting into it and you're feeling like this connection with her on how she's feeling about this new love that she has in her life. And then after that, you get at the end and you're feeling empowered for being a woman. Like, when I went into reading this, I wasn't thinking I was gonna like it, right? So I didn't mark it up or anything like I should have, or put little sticky notes and notes in there. So I'm really contemplating, which I probably am, because I plan on doing a review on this book. So I'm gonna probably go back and write some notes about it, because there's so much I have to say about this. I hope you guys will go out and read all those novels. If you have other novels that you think would fit perfectly into this category, leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching my channel. Make sure to like this video and subscribe. Peace out.